So this is going to be very exciting.
And sad.
I really appreciate you meeting us here because this is something that's always been a curiosity of mine. I've always wondered how all this stuff is done, so thank you very much.
Well, you still may not know when I'm done how it's done, but you'll know that it can be done not by psychic means.
Okay, that's all I need.
So let's try a couple of things with you guys, all right?
Okay.
And what I normally like to do is I like to have one of you on each side of me.
Okay.
Because that way I can isolate the thoughts. Do me a favor, I'm gonna go through the book and you're gonna say stop anytime.
Stop.
Look at the first word at the top of that page.
Okay.
Now look at me. I want
Okay.
you to mix all the letters up in your word. Just mix them all up. And I
Okay.
want you to think of any letter in your word.
Okay.
You've got one?
Yes.
I got two. You changed it. You went
Okay.
forward and came back, I think.
No, I didn't.
You think of an S there?
Nope.
You did for 1 second. There's an S in your word, isn't there?
No. Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's an L further down, isn't there?
It could be.
Yeah, there is, because it starts with a G, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the letter. Your word is gasoline.
Yeah.
Yeah, really? Good.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, you say stop anytime.
Stop.
Look at the first word at the top of that page.
Okay,
You
that's
happy
a
with that, or
good
you
one.
want to change that?
No, I'm happy.
Think how many letters are in your word. I want what you count. Tell me when you're done.
Okay, I'm done.
There's an N in your word, isn't there?
Yes.
Think of where the N is.
Okay.
Okay, it's interesting. You notice his head came over that way just a little bit? Okay, then it came back over here. Right.
Yeah, but he
listen.
says it all day. He's
Nah,
got
but
bad
that means that the N is probably
I'm
towards the end of his word. N is the last letter.
Yes.
Lotion, is that your word?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Try one more
One of my favorite words.
I'm thinking of a 3-letter word. WTF.
You notice there's a little die right there. I want you to
Are you
step
going to
behind that
explain how
table.
you're doing this? Or you're just going to freak us out for the rest of the day?
I'm going to do a few things to freak you, then we'll
Okay,
talk about it.
okay,
So
okay.
step behind the table, if you will, okay? We have a die right here, and what I'm going to ask you to do is I want you to take your hands and just put it over the die so that I can't see. And if you want to turn it around and check all the different numbers on it, make sure there are different numbers, go ahead. All right, now look at me for a second, okay? Look at me. We're going to use your conscious mind. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to look at the die and then put it on a specific number you want to put it on. Now, my question to you is this. Have you ever played, like, dice before? You've never
No.
have. So you know the basic terms. You know, like snake eyes and,
Yes,
you know, yeah,
yes.
okay, good. And I think that's probably what you probably would have gone with a 1. Yeah, you did go with a 1, all right? So,
That's incredible.
Let's deal with your conscious mind one more time, all right? And then we're going to deal with your subconscious. So go ahead, put it on a different number. And tell me when you're done.
Okay.
You done?
Yeah.
All right. Look at me. Now, this is really interesting to me. You would have thought about doing the 1 again to try to trick me, but you wouldn't have done that because you would probably think that's more than likely what he would expect me to do being a skeptic. So you would go 1 or 2 numbers off, and I'm saying you probably go, it's almost like you're trying to trick me. I had a 2 and then I had a 4. I'm gonna go with a 4.
It's a 4.
It is a 4?
And a check!
But no, here's what's freaky. I cheated. It was a 2, and then I was like, this knows I have a 2. So I moved it with my thumb all sneaky-like and changed it to a 4, and you recognize that I changed it to a 4.
Let's try one more thing. I now
Oh,
wanna-
come on,
no, I
son,
wanna-
you gotta explain that.
That's creepy.
That's very
it's a
creepy.
200 years ago, you'd be burned at the
I
stake.
probably would have been, exactly. I would have. I tell you what we're gonna do. Have you ever bent metal by thinking about it before?
Oh, all day, son.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you two change places if you don't mind. And Joe, watch, I'm gonna do something physically impossible. You're a strong guy, okay? But this is gonna be physically impossible to do. Above my thumb and forefinger in that section right there. Watch what happens, watch. Completely twisting.
What the hell, dude?
Try to untwist that. I mean, take both your hands and try to untwist that. You won't be able to, no matter how hard you try.
This is insane. This is insane.
Stand
dude.
up,
Look
please.
at this. Duncan, look at this.
That's weird.
Look, I know this guy is messing with us and that it's all tricks, but he is doing these tricks inches away from my face, and I have no idea how he's doing it. Banachek, you, sir, are a bad.
You want to try one more thing with both of you that I didn't do?
Sure, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I'm going to be trying to go off a lot with your voice.
Okay.
And then we'll talk seriously about this and what this stuff
Okay,
is, because I don't want
okay.
to give away anything
Right,
just
right.
yet. So I've got a few things found in every Las Vegas bedroom. I've got a few Mardi Gras coins from my friends Penn and Teller. I've got a blindfold, all right? And I've got about 3 to 4 feet of duct tape. So I'm going to ask you to take these. I want you to take
This
that.
always ends well.
I want you to put it up on your eyes and see if you can see through there.
Okay.
Duct tape and blindfolds, that's a good combo.
I can't see.
You can't see through that. You can take it off now.
I feel like I'm gonna wake up in Vegas with you on top of me.
take one of those coins, hold it up to the light. Any holes, trapdoors? Nothing like that, right?
No.
No, okay, I'm gonna take that. So this first one's gonna go on here like so. And this is gonna get jammed into my eye socket, just like, try not to get my hair. Like that. Now the next one goes on the side, because this is a Banachek. You have good peripheral vision, so this one will go on the side.
Banachek, plaster, duct tape all over his face, and he put coins over his eyes. I looked at the duct tape and the coins, and there were no holes anywhere.
Would you remove any bill from your billfold or wherever it is you actually keep your money? I don't care what denomination it is. Now, a couple of questions for you, okay? There should be a man on the bill. Is the man facing you, or is he facing away from you?
He's facing away.
Facing you now?
Yes.
Can you see the serial number?
Yes.
Right side up?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to look at the serial number, but look at the first number, not the first letter.
Yes.
Is it a 0?
Yes, it is.
8?
No.
No, did you move ahead? Is there an 8 further down?
Yes.
0, 5?
Yes.
And then an 8?
Yes.
A 0?
Yes.
Is it a 5?
Yes.
How many digits are left?
3 and a number.
3, okay. You said 3 like the next one is a 3.
It is a 3.
And then a 1?
Yes.
And a 9?
Yes.
And you said a number, but did you mean a letter?
I did mean a letter.
So you actually looked at that letter, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Was it an A?
Yes! That's insane!
Very nice.
He says that he doesn't have any mystical or psychic abilities, but given the tricks that this guy's pulled off right in front of our faces, I don't know what to think anymore. So, how are you doing this? Out of psychics are real. Duncan and I are with world-class mentalist Banachek. He says that he doesn't have any mystical or psychic abilities, that it's all just a trick. But I want to know how easy it is for him to convince people that psychic powers are real. I used the word, wow, that blew my mind. I've used that a little too much in my life.
Sure.
But this really did blow my mind. You didn't fail once. Even when I tricked you and I cheated, you nailed me. The fork thing, that's incredibly freaky. The dollar bill thing really tripped me out, though, because I pulled that out of my pocket. I knew where that came from.
Sure.
So how are you doing this?
Well, I can't give you all my tricks. It's a mixture of everything. It's a mixture of verbal, nonverbal. It's psychology. It's real magic put in, but put into a very different way.
Real magic?
Real magic.
What does that mean?
Real magic in the aspect of the same techniques that an illusionist uses or a sleight of hand artist uses. I'm not calling myself a psychic. As a mentalist, it simply means that I'm an entertainer. I'm taking my 5 known sense to create the illusion of a sixth sense. I don't claim I have a sixth sense, but I'm creating that illusion of a sixth sense.
So how the hell are you doing this?
There are natural means for everything that I'm doing. I'm not doing anything supernatural. Let me give you an example. I'll teach you how this works, okay? I want you to go with the first thing that comes in your mind. Don't keep changing, because I'm working with a group of people as opposed to you one-on-one. And let's go with this. I want you to listen to my voice, because I'm going to use verbal and nonverbal communication. So look at me and listen to me, all right? And I want you all to think of two different simple geometric shapes, okay? One inside the other. Okay. Like a square with something else, but don't use a square, everybody does. 2 different simple geometric shapes, okay? One inside the other. You got it? Good. How many of you are thinking of a triangle with a circle? Raise your hand. Okay, the majority. Keep your hands up, though. How many of you at least got the triangle? Raise your hands as well. And how many at least got the circle? Raise your hand, okay? Everybody raise their hand, keep them up. So that's everybody in here. Now let me explain what just happened. The reason I got almost everybody, and probably everybody at home, is this. I used verbal and nonverbal communication. First of all, verbally, I said, I want you to think of 2 different simple geometric shapes, and that puts you in the simple shapes. The most common one selected is a square. But I said, don't choose a square. But then I had you look at me as well, and this is what I did. Watch my hands, okay? Watch my hands. I said, I want you to think of, I don't know, 2 different simple geometric shapes, one inside the other. Like a square was something else, but don't choose a square, everybody does. 2 different simple geometric shapes, one inside the other.
That's freaky.
Yeah, but that's my job.
Have you ever encountered anything that makes you believe that there's the possibility of psychic powers?
I've worked with the best psychics in the world. I've investigated the best psychics in the world, and I've not seen a single thing that gives me any evidence that there is. Now, that doesn't mean that there isn't. You know, there could be some sort of psychic power out there. It could be that maybe psychic powers don't work under proper controls. Who knows? But I've still not seen an indication that that's even the case. When you take a look at a lot of the mediums out there, I know exactly what those mediums are doing, and I think many of them are scum. I think they're taking advantage of people in a very vulnerable moment. Now, a lot of people will say, well, you know, it's making people feel good. You know what? I can give crack to a junkie. It's going to make him feel good. It doesn't mean that it's actually good for him.
I agree with you 100%. However, what you're doing is not about grieving relatives. It's not about dead people. It's about really fun stuff.
What I do is strictly for entertainment.
Right.
I'm an entertainer.
I believe you. It's very entertaining. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Amazing and confusing at the same time.
Thank you very much.